Hello Cancer, I'm Tamara and I'm going to do your reading for February 2018. And this is a general reading and it will cover all aspects of life. It's, money, work, if there will be anything about relationship and love, I will be also covering that. But I already published the love readings. If you're interested in your love reading, please, see it in my playlist. And for February, we already have them published. So yes, this reading is for the Cancer Sun, Cancer Moon and Cancer Rising sign. I hope it will resonate with you, and if it doesn't, please watch your moon sign or your rising sign. So while I'm just shuffling, I would like to say thank you to all your likes, all your subscriptions, all your comments, and if you would like to book a private reading with me, please contact me. My email address is here, or through the Instango mobile phone application, or through the, my webpage, or through the Facebook. That's where you can find me. Okay, so it's a general reading, and it's for the Cancer, and it's for the February 2018. Let's see what we have for you. Okay, the first card is the Queen of Swords. What crosses you? This is the King of Pentacles. Wow. At the bottom we have the World. In the past we have Two of Cups. What crowns the reading is the Knight of Swords. And in the near future we have the Death. I hope you're seeing the cards well. Cancer, just move them around so that you can see them better. In a position for you, we have a Page of Swords. In your environment, we have Ten of Swords. Hopes and fears, the Hierophant. And with the possible outcome, we have the Seven of Cups. Okay, so at the heart of the reading, and the central point of the reading, Cancer, we have the Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords is air sign. It could be Libra, Gemini or Aquarius person. But the Queen of Swords is the woman who is she's very clever, very intellectual. She uses her brain before she uses her heart, which is good sometimes. She might come across sometimes quite cold, as a cold person, because she uses her brain rather than her emotions. But it doesn't mean that she is the cold person. It's like, it's just... she sometimes represents someone like a solicitor, someone who, with this sort of intellect, she brings the clarity in life. And that could be, as I said, solicitor, lawyer, someone, barrister, anyone in the legal profession who can bring clarity, who help us to bring clarity in our life, in our matters. So if you are dealing, there's anything legal, you also got the Knight of Swords, crowning your reading. You also got a Page of Swords there. So there is a lot of intellectual sort of, or legal stuff maybe happening with you, dear Cancer. Or it's just you trying to find that clarity in life, maybe to find the truth if there's something was going on in the past or in the present. And you're trying to get that clarity. Here we are, you've got this Queen of Swords who can help you to do that. She's also sometimes represent like a counselor, psychotherapist, psychologist, someone who can bring you there or help you to find that clarity of mind. That's what it is in the center of your reading. She is crossed by the King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles is completely opposite. He's all about money. So King of Pentacles is the earth sign. It could be Virgo, Taurus or Capricorn person. This one is very down to earth, very loyal, very reliable. I believe there might be some sort of legal battle or something involved, or there is no clarity about the finances, or maybe at work you need to find that clarity, or you need to get that justice at work or with the money, with the finances. And he could be like a bank manager. He could be, maybe you need to get sort of that clarity to get with your, as I said, with the finances or with the work or something like that. and he is the one who represents maybe as a bank manager, someone who deals maybe owner of the company, someone who deals with the finances, working with the finances. So that's the way I see it for you, dear Cancer, in February. So there's something going on with the finances and legal issues, or you needing that clarity in February. At the base of the reading, I've got the World. The World is talking about ending the chapter, but successfully finishing some sort of a project. Either chapter of your life been completed, but very successfully. Whatever you wanted to achieve, maybe you achieved all that. I also call this card it's a card of graduating from, some sort of maybe finishing the course, finishing university, finishing whatever was, you were doing. I call this card sometimes graduating from the Institute of Life, maybe learning your lesson, and you have got this Hierophant, which is bringing that knowledge, which is bringing that learning from, from the great teachers, getting that wisdom. And here we are. You graduated. You got that knowledge. You finished that chapter in your life, successfully finished. The World card also talks about foreign affairs. So if there is any sort of foreign affairs involved business, maybe you sort of traveling, dealing with the business abroad, or someone, maybe your business partner or is abroad, or you're dealing abroad, maybe you're, you've been working abroad with someone, that's what could be, possible with this card. It also talks about traveling the world sometimes. So if you're planning any traveling, or you've been traveling, maybe on business, or because with this King of Pentacles, maybe you're traveling on business, or trying to sign some legal contracts or something, try to find, maybe to complete some sort of a deal or something, that would be, possible. That is the base of your reading. In the recent past, I see a partnership. Two of Cups in love reading talks about soulmate, twin flame or something like this, or just a love partner. In a general reading, in the business readings, it represents a business partner, any type of partnership. Business, just maybe a friend, any type of partnership in your recent past, very successful. It's someone you can talk about anything very openly, someone who would support you, someone who, you can help you, anything, any sort of, can have a very open conversations with this person, and he will be there for you. Look, the exchanging cups. Cups is represents emotions, very positive, very warm relationship with this person, and it's a very good partnership if we're talking about business for you, dear Cancer, in February. What grounds of your reading is the Knight of Swords. What the Knight of Swords is telling you, if you are planning something, there's this legal matters probably, or clarity, or there's financial matters, all the Knights are talking about movement, moving forward. This card particularly, this Knight of Swords, tells just go for it. That is a message for you, dear Cancer. If you're planning anything, if you planning any business, planning any, projects, anything in your life, for a month of February, if there's any thoughts in you, any ideas, what the card is telling you, just go for it. And in your near future, we got the Death card. Again, don't get scared. It's a really positive card. It's a card telling how this one told you that the World card told you that period is over. This one tells you that whatever didn't serve you in the past is dead, and now it's a card of reincarnation, it's a card of revival, it's a card of starting anew, starting something completely new, starting a new chapter in your life, maybe starting a new project, starting a new business, starting from completely blank page and starting anew, and also having everything which didn't serve you, leaving it all in the past. It's all died, it's all, dead for you, dear Cancer, and you can start anew. You can like white, rose over there represents, like spirituality. A new life, starting new completely blank new chapter. The way the card for you yourself, is the Page of Swords. The Pages talks about starting something. You know this. We're talking about the death. Again, there is that sword over. It's not a sword, but I don't know what's it in English. But the saying, there is that sharp sword over there. It's starting something new, completely new. When this one told you, go ahead, it's more mature energy. This one is like a child, very not mature, it's starting completely new. If you started a project, then it might be just still in your mind. Still, not in a paper, it's still in your head, because Swords is all about our process of thinking, pattern of thoughts. It's all in our conscious, subconscious, it's all in our head. And this project, if you are planning some new project, want to start something new, it's still maybe in your head, you're still planning it. Or even if you started implementing it, it's the first steps. It's in a very, very early sort of stages of this project. It also talks about the child. Child could be significant for you. The children, it could be Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius. A child could be significant for you this month of February. But I think that it's more to do. There's a lot of all these mental activities with the, Queen of Swords, with the Knight of Swords, and with this Page of Swords. And you also got the Ten of Swords. So that's what happens for you. And in your environment, I've got the Ten of Swords. Be careful, Cancers, please, in the month of February. If in the recent past you had a really good partnership, I don't know what you're taking in the future, but in the future, please be careful with whom you're working, with whom you're dealing, with dealing in general, and with whom you're doing business or whatever, even if you're not working or whatever is happening in your life. Because Ten of Swords is a card of betrayal, of putting a knife into someone's back. So, and it's in your environment. So make sure that's why you're listening all this forecast, tarot forecast, because then you can take something, bear it in mind and, protect yourself and, be aware of things, be aware of situations which can happen to you. So please, dear Cancer, be aware that there is someone in your environment who could be sneaky, who could do something for you and, put that knife into your back. So make sure you protect yourself. The only thing is that I think you just sort of because it's in your environment, it's sort of number 10 is the end of the cycle. You'll be able to sort of recover, it will be painful, but you will be able to recover and sort of get over all that, quite sort of finish this, because there's a lot of end of chapters for you. There's the World, which tells about end of period. Then you've got that death period where you leave. Maybe that's what it is, you're going to leave that period of what didn't serve you and start a new chapter, start a new project, something. Because there was someone who was not, who was not truthful, who was deceived you or stuck a knife into your back, something like this. And the hopes and fears, I think it's about the hope, and I hope you will learn. The Hierophant is all about structure. It's all about institutions. It's all about, because here he represents like a pope, it's about church. So if the religion is, the important factor for you, then that's what you sort of relying on your faith, on your religion. And so that it will help you to get over all that and take you to this new chapter in your life, which is really good. There's death, everything is left what didn't serve you, starting a new project, finishing a new chapter. Or it's also talks about companies. Companies like cooperative companies which have got rules and regulations, they've got their own structure over there. So that's what you're probably hoping, that this, maybe you will either, that is, when we talk about King of Pentacles, maybe it's a new job. So you're hoping to get that into this big cooperative world, into this being a part of this big structure over there. The Hierophant also talks about knowledge. If you are studying, which we were talking here with the world about completing the university or something, if you're studying something, it's a card of completion and also learning from the really wise teachers, learning from the best, getting that knowledge. If you're learning from your experiences, life experiencing, you're learning from, again, maybe you're learning based on your own personal experiences, but you're learning a really good lesson, dear Cancer, in February. The outcome is Seven of Cups, a very unusual outcome, but it's only monthly reading. It's not for the whole world, for a whole year or something like this. And the Seven of Cups is talk about dreams, illusions, choices, not always the right choices. So what it tells you, because this card is connected with this card, when this card tells you go for it, make sure when you go for it, you go for the right sort of either project or whatever you're going for, either business or whatever. Because don't be, dreamy and illusional that, I'll just go for it and I'll get it. Make sure you sort of think it through really well, because you've got a lot of swords cards, a lot of thinking in your reading. Make sure you do your choices right, because not everything which is available for you will be, available, lots of options to you, is the right choices. So make sure you choose right and think through your options, dear Cancer. It's also your card because you're the water sign, Cancer, and this represents emotions as well. So maybe your emotions will be all over the place in February. You will be like, all, dreamy and sometimes, to be honest, dreamy is not bad. It's good to dream because then and also it's good to implement your dreams. So, remember I was talking about implementing your project, and maybe you will be all dreamy. Maybe it's not. When I was talking about go for it, maybe you should stop dreaming and just go for it. That was those two cards telling you. Stop just, being in that, fantasy world, and the Knight of Swords is telling you just go for it. So that's what I have for you. Let's see what additional messages I've got for you. I'm going to draw an additional couple of cards from the Wild Unknown Tarot deck by Kim Krans. Let's see what else we have for you, dear Cancer. I have Son of Swords. I've got the same card, Page of Swords. I have Mother of Swords. I can't believe it. I've got the Queen of Swords. And I have the Strengths. Okay, so we have repeated messages, twice repeated messages for you. When cards from the different deck come twice, they reinforce each other, and which means that the message is very strong for you. So if you are dealing either with the Aries sign lady who is Libra, Gemini or Aquarius, dear Cancer, in the month of February, or if you're dealing with any legal stuff or with the solicitors, or you just need a clarity, someone, or maybe with some psychological issues, it's very significant for you in this month because the cards comes twice. And the same about this starting this new project. You remember I was talking about this Page of Swords. When you started, it's all still in your head. And that's what this card is telling you. Stop dreaming, start implementing. It also could be a child, and child could be, very significant for you in the month of February. But I believe it's more about whatever you started in February, whatever situation is for you. So you need to go ahead and start, instead of dreaming about it and start implementing it. Start making first small steps toward, putting it into the world. And it tells you, the Strengths card, it tells you that you have got potential, you have got enough strength, you have enough power to implement whatever you want this month. The strength card is also represents Leo. Leo could be significant for you this month of February. It's Leo could be, you know, it will be the heart and center of all this reading for you. But I also believe, dear Cancer, that it tells you that you have got strength and power to deal with that, but not to. On some other cards, the strength card represents a woman taming the lion. And it talks about this sort of gentle power, not aggressive power. Don't, you know, this card is very aggressive, the Knight of Swords. It tells you go for it. But the strength card tells you, yes, go for it, but not aggressively. Go for it. Use your brain. Use your tactic. Use that sort of I don't know, savviness. Be savvy in this, whatever project or business, or I don't know, maybe at work, if you're doing something new, you want to get a new position or something. I don't know what your situation exactly is. It's a general reading, but use your gentle powers, not aggressive powers. And that's what I have for you for the month of February, dear Cancer. I hope it resonates with you. Please leave me comments. I hope it does. If you would like me to elaborate and you know, give you a personal reading about your situation in February, please contact me. It's my email address, tamara.taro30@yahoo.com, or you can contact me through my webpage or Facebook page. All the information is underneath this video in description box. And take care, dear Cancer, and I'll see you next month. Thank you.